Oh, if this court could talk. Oh, the stories it would tell. Fans filled with shock.
With my dad at the Monon. Sometimes we watch film and get individual stuff in, like if I'm struggling with a certain position.
High School and Warren Central facing off in what seems to be a really interesting state basketball game.
That's exactly right. Warren being their first state game ever, and the Greyhounds' first time since 2013.
Carmel leads Warren Central 22-14 at half at the state championship 4A.
My name is Spencer Austin Fields, head varsity girls tennis coach at Carmel High School. Because we have a very rare group of freshman girls here at Carmel, some of the highest ranked girls.
Smith, I'm a senior. My favorite memory of the 500 was going to the race and never knowing who won.
I personally have gone for 10 years. My favorite memory is probably the 100th running.
The Patriots. Here with us now is Jack Edwards and Timmy Dixon to tell us everything you need to know before the big game.
Yeah, Griffin, the Eagles and the Patriots will play in the Super Bowl in Minneapolis in 2 weeks. Jack, how did the Eagles get there?
Well, the Eagles absolutely destroyed the Vikings 38-7 to win the NFC. They beat the Falcons in the previous round, and Nick Foles, he replaced Carson Wentz as a starting quarterback after Carson Wentz tore his ACL after having a great MVP caliber season. He threw for 3 touchdowns and 352 yards against the Vikings, which have a very good defense in all honesty. And it was a good performance from him, and that's a good sign for the Eagles, who are going to want to compete for the Super Bowl, obviously.
Well, the Patriots got there a little different way. Tom Brady led the Patriots down by 10 in the fourth quarter, threw for 120 yards and 2 touchdown passes to Danny Amendola to win the game over the Jacksonville Jaguars 24-20.
I mean, even at 40, Tom Brady looks as good as he did when he was 30. I mean, they just continue to dominate, him and Bill Belichick. You always can assume that their coaching and their tactics are always going to outmatch the opposition.
Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars shot themselves in the foot a little bit. 6 penalties for 98 yards, whereas the Patriots only had 1 penalty for 10 yards.
Well, I think that's people who are saying that's a reason, and the referees were perhaps on the Patriots side. I think that's just kind of making excuses for the Patriots' continued dominance over the last 15 years. And I think that they rightfully won this game. I think the Jaguars played well. Bortles had a solid game, throwing for 290 yards and a touchdown, and Fournette had a solid game running for a touchdown. But they just didn't play well enough, obviously, and lost by 4.
Well, nonetheless, the Patriots are in the Super Bowl against the Eagles. They open up as a 5-point favorite. Nick Foles will need to lead the Eagles if they want to have a chance against the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
And now, switching up to Carmel sports, the girls' basketball team played last Friday, and they lost against the Pike Red Devils 58-53. They were the number 2 team in the state. Means Carmel probably going to move to number 2, Pike probably number 1. They're playing Cathedral tonight. How do you think they're going to try and rebound from that?
Well, they got to keep their composure and realize they're still one of the most talented teams in the state. And definitely got to rebound from these regular season games and get their mind right for the postseason.
And then switching up to the guys' team, they played over the weekend, went 1-for-1, losing against Pike as well as Brown, and they beat Brownsburg by 30 after losing to Pike.
Yeah, they really good rebound against Brownsburg, won by 30 points. John Michael Malloy had 22 that game. And I look for the Carmel team to lead off that momentum and look to have a great postseason.
All right, that's all we have from the sports desk today. Make sure to stay tuned to CHTV or follow us on Twitter at CHTV to stay up to date on all of Carmel sports.
Thanks, guys. Here are announcements for today, January 2nd. Update.
Good morning, Carmel High School. I'm Jack Edwards, and alongside me is Timmy Dixon for your sports section for today. Before we get into that guys game, We're talking about the girls varsity basketball team because tonight they start their sectional season playing against Noblesville away at Fishers. They finished the season 22-2. What do you think their keys are going to be entering the postseason?
Well, the keys for this state tournament, Jack, are just keeping a level head. They're going to go into the tournament as a 1 or 2 seed, probably, in my opinion. And I think if they keep level-headed, play good team basketball, they can make a really deep run in the postseason.
And now switching up to the guys team, that game last night against Lawrence North, a great game, finishing 52-51 after a last-second three from Cole Jenkins in double overtime. And here's the call of that by 4-time IASB winner Griffin Gonzalez.
Just to sit down as they're trying to set their defense up. Lawrence North double teaming John Michael. They want the ball in the hands of Jalen Wang. Inbounds goes to Jenkins. 7.6 seconds, clock starts. Jenkins at the top of the key, driving in, defense all over him, drives in the middle, puts up a three over 2 defenders, gets it to fall! Oh my goodness! Cole Jenkins hits a three over defender for the win! Oh my goodness, 2 games in a row, 2-game winners, and Carmel walks out 6-1 in the MIC.
Well, that was a fabulous shot by Cole Jenkins to lead Carmel over Lawrence North, 52-51. He had 12 points, but Carmel was led by Andrew Owens, who had 15, and in the previous game against Newcastle, he hit the buzzer and had 27.
Well, it's been now 4 big wins in a row for the Greyhounds against Brownsburg, Ben Davis, and Newcastle in those previous 3 games, and then Lawrence North last night, obviously. And those 3 wins against Brownsburg, Ben Davis, and Newcastle, those are 3 strong teams. They handed Newcastle their first loss of the season. They're catching fire. I think they're really playing well down the stretch of the season.
Well, yeah, the girls swimming team started their prelims on Thursday. They swept almost every event 1, 2, 3 as they head into the sectional finals this Saturday. Be sure to go out and support your Greyhounds. Now back to you guys.
Hey, thank you guys. Hey,